A superstar's minimal rookie salary made headlines, but while WNBA players are still fighting for a better deal, the story of their income goes far beyond what they do on their home courts. On April 15, 2024, Caitlin Clark achieved a lifelong dream when the Indiana Fever selected her as the #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft. It soon emerged that she would be earning $76,535 in her first season as part of a 4-year deal in the neighborhood of $338,000. This figure stood in stark contrast to French NBA star Victor Wembanyama and his reported $12.2 million rookie year salary. This discrepancy even caught the eye of the president, as Joe Biden tweeted, "Women in sports continue to push new boundaries and inspire us all. But right now, we're seeing that even if you're the best, women are not paid their fair share." In an August 2019 interview with CBS News, Phoenix Mercury guard Natasha Cloud revealed that the differences between the WNBA and NBA extended far beyond pay. While the latter league's players enjoyed the luxury of private jets, the former had to endure the airport delays that came with commercial traveling, though WNBA teams started receiving private jets for the 2024 season. The two leagues' revenues are still worlds apart. According to Statista, the NBA's revenue was $10 billion in the 2022-23 season, while the WNBA's revenue in 2023 was $200 million. In an interview with CNBC, WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert revealed that Caitlin Clark's salary represented only a small portion of what she could make overall. As she explained, "You look at base pay, plus bonus, plus stock options, etc. She'll have the ability to make up to $500,000 in just her W earnings this year."
We're proud that we're leading here, but yes, do we have a lot of hard work to do? Yes.
According to the WNBA's 2014 collective bargaining agreement, which ran until 2021, each player was entitled to a bonus of $11,025 if they won a championship. Players on second-place teams each received $5,513, while those who lost in the first and second rounds were paid $1,103 and $2,756, respectively. The league additionally offered bonuses to the most valuable player, capped at $15,000, and all WNBA team members who earned $10,000 or $5,000, depending on whether they were on the first or second teams. $5,000 bonuses were also offered to the Rookie of the Year, the Defensive Player of the Year, the Most Improved Player, and the Sportsmanship Award winner. These figures saw a small increase of between $75 to $450 per player in the 2020 collective bargaining agreement. The 2014 WNBA collective bargaining agreement also covered potential fines. Players who skipped a regular season game had 2.5% of their base pay deducted, while those who didn't show up to a playoff game received a 5% cut. More fines to the tune of $2,000 were imposed on players who failed to enter the league's program for marijuana-related offenses. Those deductions came out of a base salary of between $38,150 and $56,925, depending on the number of years a player had been on a team. Multiple players have been speaking about these less-than-ideal stipulations, including Phoenix Mercury guard Diana Taurasi, who said in a 2018 interview, "I think it's gonna take drastic measures to get anything done. We had an opportunity 4 years ago to take a stand as players. Instead, we took a horrible CBA deal." And the following year, Minnesota Lynx guard Kayla McBride talked about seeking better salaries when she told KTNV,
"It comes with a lot of time and work and effort and conversations that just need to be had, and we're ready to have them."
The allure of playing overseas is tempting for plenty of WNBA players, although it's not exactly encouraged. In 2018, ESPN reported that teams had a total of $54,000 to award to players for not playing overseas during the off-season. But that figure pales in comparison to what they can earn abroad. For example, Diana Taurasi made about $1.5 million while playing for UMMC Ekaterinburg in Russia. And in 2015, she even opted out of the WNBA season altogether. Although playing abroad offers the promise of a significant income, the kind of high pay that Taurasi earned is still only reserved for a select few. As The Athletic reported in 2023, fewer than 10 WNBA players made over $500,000 per season while playing overseas. For retired guard Chelsea Hopkins, who played in Israel, the most she made monthly was $12,000. Likewise, Erica McCall took home between $60,000 and $110,000 while playing in Hungary, Spain, and Turkey. Over the years, the WNBA has displayed its commitment to players who decide to become mothers. During the 2020 season, which happened at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, the league offered a Mommy and Me experience that included playrooms for activities such as painting and artwork. And the 2020 collective bargaining agreement ensures that expectant mothers receive their full base salary while on maternity leave, have additional child care payment of $5,000 every year, and are housed comfortably. The agreement further allows for up to $60,000 for long-term players' fertility-related needs, like egg freezing. Retired guard Sue Bird was complimentary about those efforts when she told the Seattle Times, "When you look at things like what we're able to do with maternity leave and family planning, we're going to be looked at as, I think, pioneers in the sports world." The new arrangement is a significant improvement over the 2014 collective bargaining agreement, which paid players only 50% of their base salary during maternity leave.
How do you balance being a player as well as a mother?
You just do it. You just get it done. You find a way.
As of May 2024, WNBA players are contractually allocated several key perks that include medical insurance for themselves and their families. The deductions range from $600 to $27,000, depending on whether a player is within the network or not. Even when a player's contract has been canceled, their medical insurance remains in place for a week. Players also have access to dental insurance that foots bills of up to $1,000 for each player and their family members. The WNBA also covers retirement by allowing unspecified deductions to go into a 401k plan and matching player payments by 2%. Before the 2020 collective bargaining agreement, players were required to place 2 to 4% of their base salary into retirement savings. Nneka Ogwumike, for one, has remained diligent with the program, telling CNBC in 2017, "When it comes to managing your finances, once you start making more money, you shouldn't get too carried away. You can't cut yourself off from things that you want. Here and there, you should treat yourself. You just have to be smart." To supplement their incomes, WNBA players can enter into a marketing deal with the league that has a yearly budget of $1 million. Players in the program can reportedly make up to $250,000. Retired guard Jasmine Thomas, who entered into the agreement in 2022, told The Athletic that year, "The reason that PMAs came into account is because we're the product, we're the players, we're the face. So being that we are available, we are present and market ourselves. The better it ultimately is for the W, for the teams, and our market." In 2024, the league selected 6 players as part of its marketing program. Each of them would participate in promotions featuring WNBA affiliates like Google, the organic hair brand Mielle, and Skims.
Everybody is wearing Skims.
In a lighthearted post on TikTok in January 2024, the league shared what it's like behind the scenes during hair and makeup preparations for a commercial shoot. As Seattle Storm guard Jewel Lloyd noted to CBS Sports, "It's a huge opportunity. I think it's a really good experience for people to understand who I am and what makes me me." In terms of salary, Las Vegas Aces guard Jackie Young is reportedly the WNBA's highest earner in 2024, as she makes $252,420. Only 20 other players are earning $200,000 or more. Surprisingly enough, one of the biggest stars in the game, Candace Parker, reportedly earned only $100,000 before announcing her retirement. Jewel Lloyd has the second highest current salary at $245,508. She was selected by the Seattle Storm as the #1 pick of the 2015 WNBA draft, and she only made a reported base salary of $49,644 during her rookie season. After Sue Bird retired in 2022, she became a co-owner of the Seattle Storm 2 years later, and she also serves on the Collective Bargaining Agreement Executive Committee. She believes that rewarding top performers is a noble act. As she explained on the Freakonomics podcast in 2021, you have to pay the top players, and not because you don't want to pay the bottom players, but because A, they deserve it, and B, it's going to then create a merit system. Bird also noted that increasing the salaries of star players would encourage most of them to buy a piece of the league.
Women's basketball, women's sports really, but women's basketball has been on the rise.
The real money for WNBA players comes from endorsement deals, and there's no limit in that area. Prior to her retirement, Candace Parker had one of the lengthiest collaborations with Adidas, which began when she was in high school. The key to their long-lasting relationship is originality. As Parker told Vogue in 2022, whenever you're authentic in who you are, and a brand is authentic in who they are, there are certain partnerships that just work. The relationship between Parker and Adidas grew stronger in May 2024, when she was announced as the lead of the brand's women's basketball division. A year earlier, she made it onto Forbes' list of the top-earning female athletes, with a reported income of $8 million. Other players with brand deals include Las Vegas Aces forward A'ja Wilson, who announced that she'll be launching a shoe line with Nike in 2025. And as The Athletic reported in April 2024, Caitlin Clark is looking at a $28 million collaboration with the same brand. She's also already caught the attention of other brands like State Farm, Gatorade, and Panini. In addition to their endorsement gigs, some players have ventured into publishing. In February 2024, two-time WNBA champion A'ja Wilson released the book Dear Black Girls: How to Be True to You. A little over a week after it was published, Wilson tweeted, "I'm thrilled to announce that Dear Black Girls is officially a New York Times bestseller. I can't thank y'all enough for making this happen." And Wilson isn't the league's only published author. In 2014, Brittany Griner released the memoir In My Skin: My Life on and Off the Basketball Court. Then in May 2024, she released a second memoir entitled Coming Home. The latter tells the story of her arrest and detention in Russia, where she played for UMMC Ekaterinburg. Russia had once been a lucrative destination for WNBA players, but in the wake of Griner's ordeal, multiple top players chose to play elsewhere overseas. Several WNBA players have ventured into other businesses, both during their playing days and after retirement. For example, in 2017, Angel McCoughtry, who spent most of her career with the Atlanta Dream, took some time away from the court to venture into the world of ice cream. At the time, her WNBA salary was about $115,000. As she noted to the New York Times, "I feel like a lot of people play ball, and that's the only thing they know how to do. And so after they retire, they're lost. But not Angel McCoughtry. I got an ice cream shop." Similarly, former Indiana Fever star Tamika Catchings retired in 2016, and then in 2023, she took over Tease Me Cafe, a tea shop that has a central footing at Ivy Tech Community College in Indiana.
Being here at this location, it gives us an opportunity to serve the student, serve the community, and then of course serve our faculty that will be here.
Also in 2023, Jewel Lloyd and her brother opened a Smoothie King location in Skokie, Illinois. As she revealed to the Chicago Tribune, "We want to make sure it's very community-based. Everyone in Lincolnwood helped me grow up to where I am now. I have a responsibility to give back to people who gave to me. I want to continue to be a good person by paying it forward."